It's about 3 a.m. Not the most ideal time to make a video, but I feel like talking and there's no one. I thought I'd share with you some things about me that you don't know. I've shared various things about me in the almost 2 years as I do this video right now that I've had this channel up and running. I see my mother basically every day, but I've also never met my mother. I'm adopted. Back in 1997, it was Easter Sunday, I was getting ready to go do security at my first job. That'll be another video because that whole time frame I'd like to make into a script because I think would be a real interesting movie. Truth is stranger than fiction a lot of the time. And I'm cooking my eggs, and my mother says to me, my adopted mother, who is my mother, the only mother I've known, she says, "You know you have a brother and a sister." See, I've known that I was adopted way back, ever since I was like 3, 4, 5, whatever years old, real young. I have a book, illustrated book, why I was adopted, all that stuff, explaining some of the famous people that are adopted as well. So I've known that a long time. And if memory serves me correctly, I have a very good memory, but it's not perfect. I also asked her, that man that used to visit me, because up until I was 5, my parents were my foster parents. So we would go to the agency and they would check up on me, and I would get a visit from this man who I recall as being tall and had like an afro. And I would call him Mr. David. I also recall hearing a name, Sam David, over the loudspeaker in the agency. Connection. We would go into a playroom, and he would have a brown paper bag filled with various fruits, and he would hang out with me. Years and years go by, and then finally I had to ask the question, that man that visited me when I was like 2, 3, thing was, he was giving me this fruit. My mother would say to him, "But he doesn't have any teeth. Is that my father?" And she said, yes, it was. So from my birth parents, I met my father. Didn't know it was my father. Never met my birth mother. And that morning in 1997, I found out that I have a brother and a sister. Never even thought of the possibility of that. Never. When I would tell people I'm adopted, a lot of times they'd be like, "Oh, really? Like, since it's my reality, it's not that strange, you know." It's like someone saying to someone who doesn't have an arm or arms and legs, they were born that way, like, "Oh, wow, it's amazing. Like, how do you deal with it?" It's like they don't know anything else. But I never thought that I had a brother and a sister. And all these years later, haven't taken those steps to seek them out. I've said aloud or thought to myself, wow, I'm doing this channel. Wouldn't that be something if somehow they found me through this? That would be something. That would be real script worthy. But it's strange, there's like a disconnect, because it's my life, but it seems like it's like someone else's life. Someone on like one of those talk shows, because that's the kind of situation that many people on talk shows have dealt with, have been reunited with family members and whatnot. But it really should happen someday, some way. I should find out some things. I mean, it's my life. It's their life. I'm an uncle. I have a niece from my sister who's adopted as well. But I could have others that are actually blood related. It takes courage to do many things in life. Sometimes more for some than others. So that's some of my story. Thanks for taking it in. Later.